What's up, everybody? Michal's back. One man wolf pack army. As almost always, more and more than ever. One man army once again. Happy that you listening. What's going on? I'm gonna talk about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Also, unfortunately, I will. This topic will be heavily oriented about the virus as well, but the reason why I want to talk about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and the virus is because this industry, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, martial arts, training, even fitness industry in general, has been pretty heavily hit. And if there is any reason for opening up, even those industries alone can already make a case. And then there's so many other industries, small businesses, and everything closed down. It's time to open up, people. And like I've been saying, the virus is not going anywhere. Vaccines coming in a year or so, even if they push it quickly. You know, come on, what are we talking about? And at the end of the day, it's a virus. It doesn't kill even that many people. And believe it or not, the numbers can be very easily manipulated. So I don't really believe the numbers too much. It could be, like I don't believe it or disbelieve it. It could be 100% accurate. It could be very inaccurate. And I think there's been plenty of proof that there is a lot of shenanigans with numbers. And just, you don't have to believe me. Just do your own research, look into it, and then, make up your mind. I'm not trying to force anybody. But yeah, going back to jiu-jitsu in general, I train Brazilian jiu-jitsu and I train some kickboxing. I do kickboxing mostly for cardio and just self defense and confidence type of thing. I don't want to fight. I have no interest in fighting in general. I always say it's like this famous Dana White quote: "Do you want to be a fucking fighter?" And I say, "No, thank you." But long story short, I would like to be somewhat knowledgeable in striking and also grappling as well. So I train both. I tried a little bit. I trained Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for almost 8 years. I'm a purple belt under C. Ryan Quinn in International Training Center. He's a black belt under Henzo Gracie. And the same thing, I train Muay Thai in International Training Center. The coach that is teaching me that the classes I take, the guy's name is Mr. Ren. Honestly, I don't know enough about him because he's pretty new. We also have another coach for striking. His name is Laszlo. He's a pretty both of them are very interesting characters, but I know a little bit more about Laszlo. So, as far as I know, he's one of the referees in amateur MMA fights and different type of fights. And he's a great coach. He definitely approaches striking and just and kickboxing striking in a very methodical way. I never had so he approaches training. If Obviously we learn techniques and everything, but he also approaches it from a mental point of view. So sometimes we have like a sparring session, and then he asks you questions. Oh, what could you do? How could you react? Why you froze? All this sort of stuff. Very interesting stuff. But long story short, let me just plug in International Training Center. We are in New York City, Astoria. Uh, Really nice place. It's whatever you want to try from judo, literally world class judo. Um, Amazing. The owner is a really great judoka, and he brings a lot of judo players, and there's plenty of judo practitioners that are pretty much there's people there that show up there that are on Olympic level, and yeah, the program's amazing. So we got kickboxing as well. We got Brazilian jiu-jitsu and also kids jiu-jitsu as far as I know, and the kids program also covers some MMA as well. And yeah, I don't understand how you can live through this stuff, whatever's going on, the virus, COVID 19, and not train. I understand all of us haven't been training, but it's time to train. Or you're gonna get sick. Guess what? Most people don't die from it. It's like legitimately 99% of people survive, and that 1% that doesn't, for most of them are already, they have jeopardized immune system. So what are we talking about? Once again, the numbers, who knows even if the numbers are anywhere accurate, because for example, I had some sort of conversation interaction on Instagram with one of the people I know from Costa Rica. And he says throughout this lockdown, throughout all of this, 7 people died there, which actually makes sense. And over here is 70,000 or something like that. Um, I know you could blame it on government, this and that, we're not prepared. But 7 people comparing to 70,000, and I know Costa Rica is way smaller, it's just a different environment, warm, this and that. Of course, yeah, and it's a big difference between United States and Costa Rica. It's just a huge difference in just like the land and weather and just people in general. Also, not as many people fly in and out, all this sort of stuff. But still, only 7 people died there, and in United States 70,000. I don't know. To me, all of this, the statistics and all of this is very fishy. Anyway, let's open this shit up because we need to train. Uh, there's so many schools closing down. Many people will just lose their business, and where are you gonna train? Honestly, I haven't done it yet, but I'm already in process of buying my own mats, and I'm gonna train fucking on my own because do I really have any other way? I'm just gonna uh, if this is gonna continue. Thankfully, I have a girlfriend, and hopefully, some of my friends will wanna participate as well. I will just drill and fucking do jujitsu on my own, with not on my own, with my girlfriend and maybe some friends if they're not scared. But yeah, it's what's going on here is it's like uh, if you love martial arts, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, judo, MMA, all this stuff, let's fucking fight for opening this up because we're not even gonna have gyms to go to. It's like that's why I'm trying to like start my own thing in my house because I'm not gonna wait for who knows when. People are so scared of this, they never gonna open up. The way I see it, it's literally looks like they don't want to open up, and it's funny. Don't get me wrong, I could be completely incorrect, but I feel there's like a group of people that don't want to open up because they're getting the government money, and they are a bunch of fucking bitches. Like, if you getting government money, and obviously I could be wrong, I'm not saying I'm right, but I think there is a part to do it a little bit. Some people getting the government money and they are fucking happy sitting home and getting government money. But guess what? If there's nothing to buy in stores, what are you gonna buy with this money? It's like we need to uh, produce. Elon Musk on Joe Rogan podcast. Please check that podcast out. And it's a must listen 100%. And the guy's a genius. And he himself says, what are we doing here? This is a joke. And me, I cannot say much. I'm just talking shit. But somebody like that guy, he is smarter than like 1,000 people together, combined together. And he's smarter than the 1,000 people together. Like, not joking, not even exaggerating. And he says himself, like, what's going on here? This is ridiculous. Exactly, it is all ridiculous. And like I'm saying, let's get back to training. We all need it. And guess what? If you train, your immune system most likely will get stronger. Obviously, you could be jeopardized, maybe. But maybe they could do like, oh, you need to test yourself and bring the results, and then you can train. I'm fine with that. But whatever it is, we need to train. Like, what's going on? That's it. Yeah, I love Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I love martial arts. I love kickboxing. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure many people out there really enjoy that as well. And yeah, my point to all of this rant is, if you're sick of all of this and you want to keep on training, last thing, the worst thing is to be sitting home and waiting for who knows what. This is, what's going on here. I've been watching some debates, De Blasio speaking, Donald speaking, some other guy speaking from California, from Florida, a lot of this stuff. And not all of them, but some of them, they just say, oh, we need to look into the statistics, but they don't show the statistics. So it's like a double standard. All you talk about is the statistics. We need to be safe with the statistics, but then you don't show the statistics because you haven't looked into it and stuff. To me, it's like a bad joke. And come on. And I know so many of you out there are fed up. Please speak up about it. And yeah, I'm not speaking up. I'm not going outside protesting, but I'm constantly questioning it on social media, doing podcast, videos, YouTube, all this sort of stuff. Obviously, it could be nothing, but I'd rather be speaking up and saying something than just sitting home quietly waiting for who knows what. I really, even if I try to understand what's going on, I don't. And I think it's pretty obvious. The virus itself is not that serious. And yes, you could disagree with me, but come on, just even if you look at all the uh, different weird things going on around it. Even like they starting to like the fear panic type of thing, the fear mongering. They literally give us news sources that there is a killer wasps killing people. All this stuff. It's like what's going on here? Like, what kind of news is that? You know, I don't understand. I seriously don't understand. But seriously, jiu-jitsu is something that we must get back to, and yeah, the whole industry is gonna get fucked in the ass, and it's already is. So what are we waiting for? Let's get it and let's roll. I'm looking forward to being tapped by many motherfuckers. I know they're gonna tap the shit out of me. uh, yeah, it's not always fun, but I'd rather be tapped than sitting home than tapping to the virus. Ho 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 ho. Anyway, uh, if you enjoy this or anything, like, subscribe, all of this stuff. Check me out on YouTube, check me out on Instagram, check out my website. And if you don't care and somehow you listen to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate anybody listening. Respect. And once again, look into it, question everything, and spread the word about opening this up. If we don't speak up, we're gonna stay locked till Christmas. And then the present's gonna be 6 months more of being locked down. Ho 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 ho. Ho ho ho. Bye.